I don't care to set world records. Play games for fun, dude.
I'm a psycho and I play hundreds and hundreds of hours of these games. We talk about a lot of weird things on this podcast.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yo, what's going on?
One of these weeks, I'm going to get my stuff together, change the music for the intro. We got really good music made by you.
Yeah.
I need to use some of that, dude.
An amazing, talented artist.
Got myself a Starbucks today. What are you drinking?
Oh, yeah? Some peach tea and a water bottle.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Dude. Random dude, I'm sorry, man. He's right. Where are the arcade cabinets like I promised? They're still in my storage.
What did you get from Starbucks? Because I know you don't like coffee.
Yeah, so like I'm not a coffee drinker, but I do drink Starbucks, and it's
okay.
It's the most boring, bullshit. I don't drink coffee type of coffee that you can get from Starbucks. It's just a vanilla, like a cafe vanilla frappuccino.
Nice.
It's literally just coffee and vanilla flavor.
Hell yeah, dude.
How's everybody doing, man? Welcome back to everybody that came to the stream last night. Appreciate it. We had a pretty good stream last night, dude. We had what did we average, like 230 or 240 viewers, and that was good. That was really good. The MOTORFEST streams are still doing well. I know a lot of people are not playing it that much, but for the most part, I'm getting a lot of new questions. Like a lot. Like all the comments are like, I'm new to the game question, you know, or like, hey, what about this? I'm sorry for asking. I know it's a dumb question, but I'm new to the game. I'm getting a lot of that in the comments section. So
it might be time for like a like an upload, like a everything you need to know for new players type of video.
I think that's probably good, just simply because the new island's coming out. The game is getting a lot of new players, and I think with the new expansion we'll have a lot more new players. But anyways,
I think that'll work. You just be like a breakdown of how everything works in the game.
Yep, exactly. But anyway, yeah, some random dude, I'm sorry, man. The arcade cabinets are still in my storage. I did not make it a priority to go get it. It's not like I don't have time. I could have went and got them. I just didn't make it a priority. Loki, the only reason I show up to your weekly Motorfest streams is you and Steven's banter. I appreciate that, dude.
Thanks, man.
I appreciate that. Well, the only reason I show up to the live streams is because some random dude likes to give me shit the entire time, so I just have to dude. I'm here for the banter between me and him. Anyway, who else is here today, man? Samuel, what's going on? Spoona, how you doing? Vote, what's going on? Chemical Romance. Chemical makes a good point. Anyone in Florida, if you guys are in Florida, take care, stay safe. That storm is looking nasty, so hopefully everything is okay.
Yeah, for real. But
anyway, shout out to the Florida people if they're watching.
Yeah.
G72, been a while, man. You know who G72 is? This is your channel, channel history test right now.
Yeah, dude, I know who G72 is. Welcome back, dude.
G72 is a person by the name of Ghost who used to come to my Heat live streams. It used to be like, okay. I think it was Ghost, and there was G72 Ghost or something like that. I'm not sure, but it used to come to my live streams. I still remember. I'm assuming it's the same guy. If it's not the same guy, hello. Hello, new G72. Anyways, James, what's going on? Paul, how you doing? Henry, how's it going? We got a lot of like real old school American names in the chat right now. We got Paul, we got James, we got Henry, we got Samuel. Anyways, I hope everybody's doing good tonight, man.
Optic NRG, dude.
Oh, Optic is here. Not Mr. Mir Sidhu is here. You probably don't pronounce the H, do you? Sidhu.
He wants to know if the Jesco's any good. Yes.
In which game, though?
If you're talking about Motorfest, the Jesco is good.
It's solid. It's definitely solid. Absolute contender in terms of like the what do you call those? What did I call those? The viables. The ones that are viable in the grand races. Absolutely, it's a contender. Cash Hype, how you doing, man? He said, nah, the G72 persona came after the Ghost era. Got it. G72. Anyways, I remembered. I freaking remember, dude. I don't remember anything. I remember that for some reason. Anyways, dude, I had the biggest dinner today. I don't know why, but it ended up being bigger than I anticipated. We went to this place called Bubba's 33. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but it's like a
Nope.
it's like a everything restaurant, but like mostly like burgers and pizza and stuff.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Anyways, their onion rings are Stacy's favorite, so we always get that for appetizer. And then I like the mozzarella sticks, so I always going to get that for an appetizer. So we always get like 2 appetizers, which is always a mistake.
Yeah.
It's always a mistake.
You start off the meal with too much food.
Yes. And then we ordered an what do you call it? My entree was I just ordered a pizza, and then I split it with Major. Well, when I say I split it with Major, he got like a half a piece and I got the rest.
Yeah. And then you ate the rest of the pizza.
Yeah, exactly. And so that was it. And then they messed up. I ordered a large pizza. They messed up and brought me a medium. And then she was like, I'm sorry, I know this was supposed to be a large, but they made a medium. We'll just make you another medium and won't charge you for it if that's okay with you. And I was like, no, that's fine. You want to just bring me like a side of fries or something like that? It's fine. I just have like something else I can snack on. She's like, well, do you want like loaded fries? I was like, okay, sure. Yeah. It was a big ass plate of fries, bro. It was like piled up. I didn't even know. And so then we have fries, pizza, mozzarella sticks, onion rings. Anyway, Stacey had her plate. I was picking off regular fries from hers. I just ate too much. And then on the way home, I was like, I'm feeling like in a double down type of mood here. A double,
okay.
and we just doubled down and got Starbucks as well. So
yeah, I'm ready. Yeah,
I'm ready to go
good.
to sleep.
Yeah, sounds good. I have not eaten dinner yet.
Classic.
I'm gonna eat after. I think I got some tamales cooking up.
Oh, dude,
So fire.
that's so good.
Some green chili and cheese tamales.
Why are tamales so good though?
I don't know. I love them, and I hate that nobody sells or makes them except for like closer towards the end of the year, like
Towards the
like,
holidays.
So it pisses me off. I'm like, I freaking love tamales, and nobody makes them except for one time during the year.
So you just want to be like out and about randomly in June, getting ready for your like pool party, and you go into the parking lot of a Walmart and you want to see a Chrysler minivan opened up with the back and have tamales in there.
Some old lady standing out, just literally posted up outside of her van, like, yo, you want some tamales? I'm like, yes.
Where do you even get tamales?
Fill up that used grocery bag with tamales, please.
Where do you even get tamales though? Like if you're not gonna get it from the lady in the van in a Walmart parking lot, where do you get tamales? I wouldn't even know where to go.
Some grocery stores sell them, but also there's like a couple Mexican markets around here that sell, like Spanish markets to sell pretty good tamales. And other than that, nowhere really. You kind of just gotta scour the parking lot.
Yeah, you gotta look for it. It's gonna be a van with an open back.
Dude, in Beaumont, there was this guy outside of Home Depot. Literally, him and his wife, they were just slinging tamales out the back of their truck. The best tamales, dude. They were so damn good.
Listen, Stacey makes a point. Do I even like tamales? Can't remember the last time we ate tamales. This is true. I don't remember the last time I ate tamales, but it's mostly because you only buy them from a van. That's mostly the problem for me. Because nobody in my family really knows how to make it. My mom, I guess, has done it before, but those weren't.
Yeah. Some Mexican restaurants sell tamales, but again, they're normally
in the holidays.
Like, around the holidays.
Yeah, why did that become a holiday food, man? I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't know much about like Mexican culture, so I don't really know what the deal is with that. It's probably some traditional thing. All right. But tamales are weird though, because they're either really good or they're not good at all. Well, I feel like
that's why I didn't want those ones, Stacy.
Yeah, it's a problem. They're either really good or they're not good.
So G72 wants to know what a tamale is. So there's this bullshit that's called masa, right?
Yeah.
And they get this like meat with a sauce or some sort of flavoring wrapped in masa. And
yeah, so masa is like flour made out of corn.
Yes.
So it's like it's basically like a
almost like
you take like bread dough.
It's like a dough.
A bread
dough, but it's not a dough.
It's made out of corn, and you fill it with. There's different types. There's meat. There's cheese.
Chicken.
Sometimes people do like a dessert
no,
tamale.
Dude, no.
I've had those before where it's like sweet, like coconut and pineapple, like sweet. Anyways, but anyway, it's that like dough, and then they stuff it with whatever the filling is, and then it gets wrapped in a corn husk and like steam cooked.
Yeah.
Inside of a corn husk.
Yeah.
They're so damn good.
I gotta bring up a picture of a tamale for people who don't know what a tamale is.
Aren't all Mexican foods made out of corn? Not all, but a lot of their like carb stuff, like stuff they use for like bread or whatever, is like corn a lot of times, like tortillas, the masa.
Yeah.
Things like that. But Mexican food's my all-time like favorite like cuisine or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, this is a tamale. These are tamales right here. So it's all wrapped up in this husk, and then it has the masa on the inside, and then like the meat on the inside of that. So it's like it's like a little pocket, like a little hot pocket.
Do you have a picture of it outside of the husk so they can see it?
Oh yeah, let me see.
So that's what they get cooked in those corn husks like that, and then you take them out.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Here we go. I'm gonna get you guys a picture of it outside the husk. So that's what it looks like outside the husk with some pico, and it's got some meat in there. It's good. They're really good.
So damn good.
Yeah, they're good. Anyways, it's unfortunate that it only is a Christmas food or like a holiday food. You know, you start finding them like after Halloween usually.
Yeah.
Steven turned into a tamale for a split second.
My bad.
So anyways, we started this. Yeah, someone said just a minute ago we're in trouble. I think it was Soyb that said we're not even 10 minutes in, we already started talking about food. I still have half of that pizza that's waiting for me in the refrigerator.
Oh, nice.
So if we talk about food too much and towards the end of the podcast, I'm gonna have to go get that. J72, y'all ever had a donut pretzel? No, but that sounds delicious. Is that like a churro? Just in pretzel shape?
Donut in pretzel shape? No, what is a donut pretzel?
I have no idea. A couple of actually there's a random question by Impala. Wants to know will we happen to know how often the main stage legacy events get added, or how often we get new main stage legacy when old ones get removed, if they actually get removed. So they're not gonna, I don't think they're gonna get removed at all. I think they just add on another legacy event, and it happens I think once a month. It's either once a month or once every 3 months, but I'm pretty sure it's once a month they add a new playlist or whatever for the main stage. Anyways, looks like other people in chat answered as well. G72, oh, those I know what they are. Those are banging for sure. Definitely. There's also cronuts, aka glazed croissants with a hole in the center. That doesn't sound as good, BSD. I'd much rather have a real donut. Also, speaking of donuts, there is an insane donut shop by the old house before we moved here. There's it's by far, like, it's not even close, the best donuts I've ever had. And that's the only food in Texas that I could say is the best that I've ever had of that type of food as donuts. They're so good, and we miss them so much because now they're like 40 minutes away or whatever. and we went to get donuts here the other day, and we've been eating those ones for a couple years, and I just forgot what a regular donut is. Like, you start to eat like a regular donut, it's a little bit cakey, it's a little bit like, you know what I'm saying, like it's a little bit more full and like more heavy.
Yeah.
And these donuts were like, I don't even know, dude. Like, the closest way to describe them would be Krispy Kreme, because they're so fluffy and light and glazed, and man, they're just so good. I miss them so much. And out here it's just like, man, there's just no donuts close. And I forgot what a regular donut tastes like. I forgot that I loved regular donuts like way back when, but then when I had these, I'm like, fuck regular donuts. Why would I did that?
Isn't that weird? Like, certain foods like that, like sometimes you find a spot that does it like really, really good.
So good.
It's like, I don't know what you're doing different, but this is amazing.
Yes. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't like croissants. I'm not a huge croissant fan. It's just too much, I don't know, like too bready for me. I don't really like bread that much, to be honest with you.
I don't know where you're getting your croissants. They're normally really like light and
well,
airy.
They're fluffy, right? They're fluffy and stuff, but they just, I don't know. I've never been a huge fan of croissants. I honestly, though, if we're putting all the cards on the table here, if I'm being honest, the reason I don't really like croissants is because I would get like the croissant breakfast sandwich from Jack in the Box, and that thing is a piece of shit. That's not a croissant at all.
No, that's not a good croissant.
No,
like
it's terrible.
It's like a piece of terrible bread that they tried to swirl.
they got the bread mix, swirled it on top, just put it on there. And after they make those sandwiches, just by the way, after they make the sandwiches, they squish them like this in like a press. Dude, you know that thing, dude? That thing that you pull the lever and it squishes an aluminum can. That's what the Jack in the Box puts their sandwiches in before they give it to you, dude.
All of them.
All the sandwiches.
It's like
smash.
It's at the station where they put the food in the bag. It's just like one sandwich at a time. Just smash it, throw it in the bag.
Stupid Jack in the Box. They even do that to their tacos. The tacos are flat too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Why would you willingly consume anything from Jack in the Box?
Oh, dude, Jack in the Box is fire,
Look,
bro.
Jack in the Box
come on, don't talk shit about Jack in the
Box. It's not the greatest quality thing you're ever gonna have, but come on, dude.
First of all, my favorite thing to order from Jack in the Box is 2 tacos, no lettuce, extra cheese. It's amazing.
They're very good, dude. Yeah, whatever that.
I don't even know what the meat is.
Whatever's in them, it tastes good.
I'm eating cat or something a scientist made. Who knows?
Who knows, dude?
But
Jack's good if you're comparing it to dog shit.
Compare it to whatever you want. I like it. I like it. It's definitely not hot out here though, dude. There's only one. I've only seen one since I've been out here. Yes.
That's crazy.
It's nearby, like I could go get it, but it's like it's not something that I'm going to drive to because it's like about 35-40 minutes away. But it's close enough to where if I wanted I could go get it. The same thing with Carl's Jr., bro. There is no Carl's Jr.'s out here. I have one Carl's Jr. Again, you gotta go, pretty far away.
You gotta go hit up Whataburger or whatever it's called.
Yeah, but like, dude, fucking Whataburger is like I can't eat Whataburger like more than once every 2 weeks. It's fine. It's good. It's fine, but
everything
it's just
I've seen a bunch of like Whataburgers, like pictures of the food and stuff. It just doesn't look good.
It's fine, dude. It's not. It's fine.
I'm sure it's fine, but it's like I don't know.
You know what was really good from Whataburger last time we had was the shakes. The shakes were great. They have good shakes. It's almost like identical to Jack in the Box shakes. So it's just ice cream in a cup that you have to try to suck really hard to get it through the straw. Yeah, I like that. That's fine. Anyway, we should probably change the subject.
No, dude, we're in it.
We're in it now. This is the podcast, bro. I still have a whole page of Google images of tamales on my left. Let me close this. Anyway, the subject of the whole podcast was supposed to be the new island because honestly, I got tricked today. MOTORFEST tricked me. And I'm gonna read this to everyone just in case you guys didn't see it. But I'm gonna read this post that they made in Discord because this pisses me off. First of all, I was hungover from Summit night last night. Not actually hungover, but like, you know, Summit hungover. We went to bed at like 4. Woke up this morning around like 11:30. I looked at my phone, and this is what I see on my phone the first thing I wake up. Motorfest just leveled up with a brand new island, Maui. Thrilling races, the iconic road to Hana, bamboo forest, Haleakala, tropical paradise is ready for you. Here's everything you need to know about the epic expansion to Motorfest. Click here for the article. And then I click for the article. And this is what the first thing in the article says. The Crew Motorfest is reaching new levels with the addition of a brand new island, free for all its players. Welcome to Maui. So, if you can imagine, I'm literally, my eyes are still dry from waking up. I look at my phone and I see this message and I'm like, I was on at like 3 o'clock last night. There is no fucking island. Where's the island? The island is live now? You guys did it now, today?
Yep.
And I just got so confused. I woke up, I complained about it to Stacy because that's what I do. And then and then I proceeded to just go on about my day, not check if the new island was actually out. But I was mad about it for a while. Turns out they posted this other one like 2 hours later. 2 hours they let me think that there was a new island. Maui is coming in less than a month. I'm like, okay, so it is coming in November, not right now. You pieces of shit, Motorfest. You got me. They got me. Anyways, damn, Maui's new island. I read the article, and this is what I wanted to talk about, which is why I made this title of this stream the way that I did. Is it says that, let's see if I can find it. Where to go? Where to go? That Maui is an evolving island. Maui is more than just a static map. It's part of an evolving open world composed of 2 amazing islands that will continue to grow and change as the Crew Motorfest pushes forward and continues to welcome more guests and content. We already hinted at that season 6 is in the works, and it certainly is, so you can expect new challenges, vehicles, activities to all along year 2. I don't know what that, whoever wrote this was in a hurry, I feel like.
Yeah, that one, the whole paragraph is written dumb.
Anyways, this is kind of interesting to me. If this is actually true, because they made it a whole subsection of the article, is it actually true that it's going to be an evolving island? Because the first island did kind of evolve with the Hoonigan thing. So they did kind of make a small addition with the Hoonigan Island. Do you think they're going to do that same thing, but with Maui, or with both, or, you know, randomly throughout the year? Are we going to get more than just a new island in this year?
I have no idea. I actually have no clue, dude. I feel like I don't think we're gonna get more like island, but I think just more content, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think we're gonna get like an expanded island or more stuff like that, but like more like different playlists and things like that.
Are you calling them a liar?
Yeah.
It says an evolving island. I feel like that means it needs to evolve, right? What if it changes with like an event? There is a volcano and it does have smoke on it. On the images, there's a volcano, smoke. What if at some point during the year there's a volcanic eruption on Maui, and then it changes the layout or changes the look of the island? I think it'd be pretty cool.
It would be dope. I just don't know if that's gonna happen.
Some random dude says,
I just don't know what they mean by that.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense to me, but it sounds like it's expandable, right? They're gonna build upon it.
It does sound like they're saying that, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Some random dude says, honestly, Trigger, aside from the new race routes, are you personally excited for the actual island itself? I mean, I'm excited for more space, because then that just means more more potential, more possibilities for race routes. So aside from new race routes, I guess no, because I know that the that the theme of it is going to be basically the same. There's going to have some like really cool areas, like they mentioned the bamboo forest. We got to see a little bit of that in the trailer, and that looks really awesome. But like after that first initial impression of like driving through the bamboo forest, like, are we really going to be, dude, let's get on, dude, it's Friday night, let's go drive through the bamboo forest? Like, no, we're gonna be fucking, who cares? After you see it the first time, you're like, okay, cool. But I don't know, I guess I'm not like excited for the island itself, but I'm excited for like the potential for more race routes, more content, more places to go, you know. Excited for that type of stuff. I'm excited for I'm not excited. Here's one thing I'm not excited for. I'm not excited that they're not changing their strategy. Like, they're obviously not going to change the way that they're putting content in the game. They have decided from the beginning, playlists are where this is where we're investing all of our time. You're just going to, every 3 months, we're going to get a new playlist. Every, you know, maybe a smaller playlist in between. But that's how they're going to add content to the game. They're just going to add new playlists. But here's the thing. I think we might get a new island every year, because they're gonna run out of space. Like, there's only so many routes you can do before you run out of space. And if their goal is to keep adding new playlists, you got to have space for that stuff. So I think we're probably going to get a new island every year, and then they're just going to keep adding playlists, and it's just going to be this formula thing, which is fine, but it's just so, like, in general, it's very stale. It's a very, like, I don't know. They got to do something to mix it up, and I feel like that something has to be in PvP. We've talked about that way too much, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, not too sure. I think they have to do something with like PvP though. Like, they have to. Like, grand racing is just not enough. Like, it hasn't been enough for a while, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. They did make that post a while ago, right? Asking about like if they wanted like PvP like playlists,
playlist style
like
PvP.
That.
Yep.
So
Single class.
they go through with that.
But here's the thing: that was created by one of the Discord server admins or moderators. I can't remember who put that post up. Who knows if that was like coming from the devs and then they just posted it. Because if you I don't know if you guys know this, but the Crew Motorfest official server is not a Crew Motorfest official server. It's run by the community.
Yeah.
So it's the crew community. They created it a long time ago, and it just happened to be the place. And then the crew endorsed it as the official crew Discord server. So now they're involved and like they talk and all that stuff. But it's just not I don't know who that survey came from. Either way, it got insane votes for yes, we want that. It got like, it was like 90 something percent, I believe. I don't know, I didn't check it recently, but it was way up there in terms of the votes. So I think people want it. It's just a matter of whether or not they want to provide it. They might think that it's gonna like sacrifice the Grand Race servers or something. Like, I don't know, but you got to think that, right? I mean, they add any new PvP thing to the game, it's going to sacrifice some of the Grand Race experience, because people are going to want to try the new thing.
Yeah.
I think it's fine, though. I think it's fine. Is anybody having issues viewing the cast? Mine just buffers. Jules, it could be internet connection. We usually do the podcast on the lowest latency possible, which ends up requiring a little bit higher of a internet connection on your end. So that could be the case. If you just reverse it a little bit and, you know, let it buffer, you know, for 20-30 seconds, maybe it'll fix it. BSD says, honestly, not expecting much. Evolving World sounds kind of similar to what FH5 does when they just swap around some assets every now and then. Yeah, maybe that's the case. That might be what happens. But I mean, I would love to see it. They just build upon the island. If it is in fact an evolving island, I would like to see them build upon it. That's where my brain's going with it.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
I think the only thing.
Awesome.
Go ahead.
What's up,
what is he
dude?
saying?
I was just saying what's up to DS Awesome.
Yes, sir. He did come in. He was late getting some Hot Wheels. Nice. Some solid reason to be late to the podcast. If it were anything else, I'd be mad at you, but I feel like that's solid. You're all good, man. Vote says you would much rather have a story mode than. I think was he? Hold on. Is he responding to this? No. Random dude says I think the only thing kind of ruining the new island for me is that when the hype around it finally dies, you'll be left with a great map expansion with no events to race on. That might be that might possibly happen. Yeah. And Impala says I was under the impression it's just a map expansion nearly the size of the existing one in the game. It's probably close in terms of size. I don't know if it's exactly the same size, but it's close. It's close enough. I hope it's not going to be as populated, I'm sure, with the events, because they're obviously not dropping 10 playlists, right? It's going to be like 2. You get the made in Japan, and then you got the chase stuff. So I think over the course of the year, we might have the whole thing will be full of events.
Yeah, they're probably just gonna drip feed it.
Yeah, that's their MO. I don't know. The biggest issue with the game right now is that it's stale. The PvP is just whatever it is. Summits feel recycled because they're still giving out a lot of the exclusive cars from the Crew 2, and it just feels like it's very like cookie cutter at the moment, which is fine. You know, it's fine. You get new people jumping into the game all the time, but yeah, I don't know. I gotta scroll down in the chat. I missed a couple of things here. Didn't Goliath have a theory that the reason IVT is so off on adding new PvP options is because they're scared that grand races might die? Do you think grand races would die no matter what they added to the game?
I don't think they would die. But if they added, I do think a lot of the more competitive people, like the sweats, I don't think would play grand racing as much.
Yeah. You know, this is just a wild thought that I just had right now when you said that. Would that be so bad for grand racing if it wasn't super sweaty? Like,
I mean, I don't know. It's racing, dude.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that. But like,
yeah.
I'm trying to think of like the typical grand race experience for an average player. Someone who finishes, let's say, 10th a lot, right? That experience with that player is like there's 3-4 guys maybe, and then if you get into a really crazy lobby, there's like 5 or 6, but maybe like somewhere between 1 and 4 players that are really good, that are like fucking gone off the front. And then they push the pace for everyone else because of the 30-second DNF. And then the rest of the players, which is, if you take 4 players out, what is that? That's 20%, not even 20%, right? It's like 15% of the lobby. So the other 85% of the people playing are like just regular people that are just trying to have a good time. If you take those 4 out, then everybody's kind of going to be having a good time, right? I'm not saying get rid of the sweats, but if the sweats just like, oh, let's go over here and do ranked. If there's a ranked mode and the sweats are all in ranked and grand races just becomes this sort of party atmosphere, I would not be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at it at all.
I mean, I don't know, dude. It would be better for them, for the people that can't, DNF every race.
My point is that the majority of people might enjoy it.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm whatever about it. I feel like it's a race, dude. It's a PvP race. Can't be mad that other people are faster than you.
Yeah, of course. It's not even that they're faster. It's just that like getting DNF'd really isn't fun, I don't think.
Get good.
It's a skill issue.
It is, dude. Actually, it's not. It's you recommending the wrong cars to people.
Me personally?
Yeah, dude. You're a liar.
Oh,
and
got it. Right, it's me. It's my fault. I got another. Speaking of things that are my fault, I got another comment on the summit video that we did last night.
Damn it.
That was like, I'm so glad they added. I'm paraphrasing here because I don't remember exactly what he said. I'm so glad they added fair PvP, so that, you know, giving more people a chance to what, I don't even remember what he said. Something like that. It's like, I'm glad they added fair PvP, but I still have to do all of these cheating shortcuts and resets in order to get a good time. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just so funny to me that like people are so stuck on shortcuts equal cheating. It just doesn't make sense to me when the game literally encourages it. If you go to the Donk versus Lowrider playlist, there's shortcuts all over the place, and the game is telling you, literally telling you to take the shortcut. Anyway, we don't have to get on that topic again. I'm just saying, it's like, it's funny. We got another comment like that, and they just seem to keep coming up every once in a while. And it's like, these are people that just have never played the crew. I feel like that's my take on it. They've just never played the crew, and they don't understand that this is literally part of the crew's DNA. Like, shortcuts are a huge part of this game. But anyways, whatever. Captain Caveman does make a good point. He says, don't let your bank get full in MOTORFEST. Do you know about this? You know about the full bank bug?
No. What is that?
So if you get a full bank, like 99999, whatever, and then you earn more money, the game can't reward you that money. So on the back end, it's telling, the server is like trying to give you the money, and your game can't accept it. So there's like this backup of communication happening, and it'll kick you out of the game. And then when you try to enter back in, you can't, because it's trying to give you more money.
It's just like an error, like a back end error.
Yeah, because it's trying to reward you with the money that you earned, but it can't actually give it to you. So it just gives you, it's just an error.
I never heard of that. That's crazy.
Yeah, so you have to like spend your money on something.
Yeah, what if you bought all the cars?
Right. That's what I'm getting at. So I don't know exactly what Captain Caveman is doing, but he's currently has this problem, and he's got all the cars, and he can't get into the game and stay there, because the second he does a race, it fills up his bank again. Like, dude, cars are the only thing you can buy, right? I mean, honestly, what else are you buying?
I think maybe you can buy like clothes, like some clothes, and maybe like the emotes or whatever, the poses, whatever they call them in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, once you buy everything, you're just screwed. You just can't play anymore.
I guess.
Nice.
I don't really know how it works. I'm not sure. Visual parts for cars. You can buy visual parts.
Yeah, sure. Customize every car. Just buy every body kit for every car.
Every body kit for every car. Every customization piece for every car. Impala says, recommendation for hypercar that slept on Noble M600 also sounds unreal. Yeah, the M600 is good. It's definitely a good car. What about ranked grand racing without collisions? That's what they don't have to do much to the game. Yeah, so Samuel, that's a good idea. If they just decided to make a ranked mode for grand racing, turn collisions off, I think that'd be good.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's G72 saying? Okay, the thing that people need to understand is that not being on a closed circuit leads to freedom of choice and possibilities. So people who don't know the cuts believe it's unfair because they aren't using them. True. It's 100% true. But the thing is, that's part of the game. Like, that's still it's, to me, I'm gonna put it under the umbrella of skill issue, because it's not necessarily skill related, but more knowledge related. But it takes skill to find the cuts. And then once a lot
of the cuts are hard to take.
They're difficult, dude. They're hard. Look at the fucking speed trap from last night. That shit was
Yeah,
not
dude,
easy,
that
bro.
speed trap was crazy.
I got lucky. The second time I did that to record it for the clip, I got lucky. I got lucky, and I'm like, this was perfect. It's perfect for the clip. People can see what to do. It worked out great. But that was not an easy speed trap to do. If you didn't know, you would just go around the corner and hit your NOS and call it a day, and then you would look at the leaderboard and be like, people are doing 100 miles per hour faster than me. Dude, they're cheating. Like, no, they're not cheating. They just found a way to do it better.
Yeah, it's insane.
That speed trap is crazy. Let's see. Why did I complain about getting or being able to buy platinum summit rewards from previous summits in the crew showcase? The prestige tickets, because I think we went over a little bit, Vote, but I want to maybe clarify. I'll clarify the position a little bit. So by offering any way possible for people to just buy the old platinum rewards, it doesn't matter how old they are, it doesn't matter how fresh they are, it doesn't matter about any of that. By allowing people to buy them with a currency that is earned not through competitive play, it ruins the competitive nature of summits. Now it doesn't matter. If you have that system in place, you don't have to get platinum on any summits ever, and you can still get the platinum rewards. Yet, do you have to wait a long time? Sure. Because it's probably going to be 6 months, dude. Honestly, it's probably going to be like 3, at very minimum 3, but probably 6 months. Probably. So that's a long time, right? And some people are not even going to be playing in 6 months. They're going to forget. But here's the thing. If they put the game down and they come back in a year, and then they earn their prestige tickets, they can just buy whatever summit cars they missed. And I understand that that's beneficial to those people. But what about the people who grinded, bro? Like, what about the people that are on the bubble every single week? They're trying really hard. They barely, like, dude, freaking grinding the track, spending hours and hours and hours playing the game, finally getting into platinum. Those you know, 10,000 to fucking 8,000. Those 2,000 people are just grinding their ass off to try to get those things. And then they get it, and then some idiot who doesn't play the game at all in 6 months gets to just buy it. Like, that reward is meaningless. That grind is meaningless now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't really like it, because it really just takes the competitive part out of summits, and now the game is straight up casual. Like, the whole thing is casual, because you just earn it, and you don't have to, you can just do it in a not a competitive way and just get the reward. So that's kind of why
you don't have to play the summits.
You don't have to play the summits
at all.
There's no exclusive content anymore. And that to me is like, it's sort of a double-edged sword. It's kind of like pro gamer when you don't have exclusive content, but like, then all of a sudden the people that are really dedicated to the game don't feel like the reward means as much. Like, imagine, dude, if you were playing Call of Duty and like you grinded your ass off to get like the what's the top skin? I forget what it's called. I'm showing the fact that I haven't played Call of Duty in a while, but like, what, not Obsidian, or I don't know what the what's the top.
Oh, you're talking about
the camos.
The gun skin. Oh my god, what's it called? I don't remember. I think they change it like every freaking Call of Duty.
You get diamond in every single gun of the entire game, including all the knives and all that, right? So imagine you go through that process and you earn it, and then like 6 months later, someone can just be like, "Oh, well, I just had
the camo." The camo is in the shop.
It's in the shop. You could just get it.
The one that you had to grind out and get on every single gun.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden it's just available.
It's just available to everybody. Yes. Imagine that. That's annoying. If I grinded it, that would be annoying. I just described BO2 hackers.
Yeah, basically, dude. Same thing.
So, I don't know.
Prestige.
I'm not
buying items in the prestige shop is hacking. I'm saying it, dude.
The people who still grind to get rewarded by getting a rare and possibly competitive vehicle earlier than most, so technically they have an edge. They do, but it's not that technically, sure, but it's not like it's only an edge for 6 months and then everybody can have it. You know?
Yeah.
There's just it just ruins the essence of the summit competition. So like, why even have the divisions anymore? Why not just make it a completionist thing? You complete all 9 events, you get this thing. Or make it a score thing, like you get to this score, then you get it, then everybody gets it, and then it's not even like competitive at all. Like it's the same thing. If they just was like, oh, as long as you get a 1.2 million score on the summit, you get this thing.
Yeah.
Then you're not competing against any players. You're just competing against yourself, and that's it.
Give a small amount of the prestige tickets. I don't know how much the items are going to cost or whatever,
Right.
but for each tier of the summit, like you get silver, you get, like 1 or 5 or however many, and then gold, you get this many, platinum, you get this many.
I would much prefer that.
To where you have to still play the summit, and the better you do in the summit, the more prestige tickets, tokens, whatever they're called, you get.
Yeah, exactly. King Banana says, as long as you don't gutter exploit, then all is good. The way I see it, it takes away FOMO and takes away a lot of stress. I don't know, man. The whole FOMO thing is I'm gonna say something that might be a little bit edgy for everyone. You guys might not like it, but FOMO is bullshit. It's bullshit. You're creating that in your own damn head. Games are trying to offer good things for players that play the game. That's it. Period. End of sentence. If you don't fucking play the game, you can't get the thing. That's it.
Fair
FOMO
enough,
is made by you guys. You are making the FOMO in your own head. I don't subscribe to the whole FOMO thing. I don't like it.
Here's what I will say. I played a lot and I grinded out a lot to get all the parts for every class and everything. And the past like months, I have not tried at all in any summit. Every week I get on one shot every freaking event, one try every event, and I get platinum easily. So it's like, you play the game and get the stuff that's going to help you get better at, get your better scores.
Right.
And I don't know, dude.
Yeah, King Banana, I understand that point of view, but the personal matter is a personal matter. Like, that's on you. It's not on the game. You can't blame the game because you had an issue. And it maybe not even be an issue. Maybe you're just out of town, right? It's just happens to be that you can't play that week. Like, that's okay. That's not the game's fault. The game's trying to reward players that are there, not make up for players who maybe sometimes can't be there. Like, it's not on the game. I'm okay with people being upset that they missed something. I'm not saying you can't be upset. I'm saying you can't be upset and then blame the game because this is the structure that they've made. That's what I'm saying. Like, the game's not the game's fault. Maybe it's not even your fault. It's just nobody's fault. You know when you like walk around your coffee table and you stub your toe, you're like, fuck, that hurt. That sucks, dude. I'm sorry you stubbed your toe, but that's life. I'm sorry you were on vacation during the Black Panther fucking summit, but like, what? It's not the game's fault, dude. We can't be blaming everyone else for things that are happening in your life. There's way too many gamers to understand, like, for the game company to just cater to everybody, right? The game's just gonna build a system. This is how it works. If you guys like it, cool. If you don't, if you can't be here to get this thing, then you can't get the thing. Like, it's just the way it is, man. Like, you think, like, you get concerts, for example. There's like, the last, like, fucking the Beatles or whatever, their final tour. Like, oh man, I'm out of town, I can't make it when they come to LA. Like, oh damn, I can't do it. You're gonna be pissed off at the Beatles because they fucking scheduled a concert when you guys you're planning on being out of town. Like, it's kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm taking it to a weird extreme, but it's just feels like people are just, a lot of people just blame other people for other things, and I'm not sympathetic. Like, it does suck. Like, I'm sorry for all the people that can't get the thing, right? But like, it's not that I don't feel bad for them. It does suck. I just don't want people to be blaming the game for it. It's kind of weird. Everyone's looking, and this kind of, so now I'm really feel like I'm ranting, but this feels like a symptom of our overall culture right now. People want to blame other people for things, and it just pisses me off because I really have this like take responsibility for your own life type of thing. And I know that that's not everybody doesn't subscribe to that, but it is for me. I'm like, sometimes it's not even your fault, dude. Sometimes.
Yeah.
But sometimes life is just shit. So it's okay.
I wasn't involved in like the crew like community or whatever during Crew 2. Was this that big of an issue during Crew 2 also?
I don't think so. Maybe someone else can highlight it more. I don't think so. But I don't know, maybe. Maybe. I don't think the Crew 2 had the community that the Crew Motorfest has. I think the Crew Motorfest really got a lot more players, a lot of different players from different places than the Crew 2 did. But I could be wrong.
Yeah. And again, like, I don't have a problem with the prestige tokens thing, except for that you don't ever have to do the summits.
That's the only issue.
That's the only thing that pisses me off.
Yes.
I wish you earn the tickets by competing in summits.
Correct.
And you get more the better you place in the summit.
That would be perfect.
Even if it keeps it competitive, and like, you have to do good to get the stuff still.
Exactly. No, I'm totally cool with that. At least then it would be like, yeah, anyone could get it, but if it was like only earned in summits, then that sort of, I don't know, that to me preserves the competitive nature of the summit. It frustrates me because I think the community in general was like looking for more competitive features. We wanted more PvP. We wanted ranked mode. There's a lot of people out there like, we need ranked, we need more PvP. I know that's not everyone's take, but there's a lot of players that are like that. And now the one thing that was competitive, they've taken it and dropped the whole competition part of it. Unless you're like, you know, constantly in the top 10 or top 15 or 20 players and you're fighting for that top spot. Okay, fine. Those guys are always going to be competitive, no matter if there's rewards or not. You think Rhino is trying to get the top spot because he wants to get the freaking whatever underglow that we got, the mecha underglow that we got last week? Like, no, he doesn't give a shit about that. He's just trying to get number one. You know, but that's not everybody. That's like 0.0001% of the players. So I don't know, man. I feel like I've ranted on this way too much, and I'm really, to be honest with you, I get a little emotional about, you know, this whole thing, but I'm really not that mad about all of it. I don't really care because it doesn't affect me personally at all. I'm still going to get platinum in every single summit. I'm still going to put out a guide every single week on the summits. Like, it's not going to affect me personally at all. I just, it frustrates me that it's like like it became like a thing, like, oh, they're preying on people with, you know, with this FOMO thing. It's like, oh, come on, man, that's not a thing. It's not a thing. But for real though, there's a shitload of people that wanted that Black Panther R34.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, he has a huge following of people.
And they all suck at racing. I'm just kidding. Black Panther fans, I promise. It's all right. I'm just kidding. Dude. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
10,000 of them don't suck.
10,000 of them don't suck, dude.
It's all Banana's fault. It's all Banana's fault for this one.
Dude. Yeah, why'd you do this, Banana? We were having a good stream, and then you come along.
No, it's fine, man. It's all good. The prestige ticket is it's fine. I did say this though. I want you guys to remember this. Let's just punctuate it with this. Number one, I don't care that much. It seems like I do, but I don't. It's fine. People can have their prestige tickets, and that's all good. And number two, out of all of the ways that they could have implemented this, and if the goal was to implement a system where everyone could get those cars and those rewards, if that's the goal, they already decided this is what we want to do, then the system that they designed is the best way to do it. So there you go. I'm endorsing. I can rubber stamp prestige tickets now. DS Awesome says, in TC2 I missed out on a bunch of summit cars and I just waited for them to be re-added to the game in summits, and now I'm just missing the Hummer concept enforcer unit. That's pretty good, man. That takes a lot of dedication. But that's the thing, that people don't want to do that. They want to buy it now. They want to get it right now. They missed Black Panthers a few months ago. They want it right now. Give me now. I bought the game. That's what it is.
Worthy wants to know, how come you not so mad with the way the custom event thing is? You got to have 45 Discord buddies to vote in order to get platinum.
Worthy, to be honest with you, I'm not real qualified to have an opinion on the custom show because I play on PC, and I can get 4 votes and get platinum, and 2 of those votes are me.
Yep.
So I don't really feel like I can have an opinion on that because I don't sit on that struggle bus every week.
And also, the whole custom show in general is kind of
whack.
Just like a joke thing. Like,
it's so whack.
You put a car in and you just hope for the best, dude. And like, it's so like half baked and not done in like a good way that's like intriguing to anybody. Like nobody's actually walking around the custom show. I mean, they kind of started to a little bit when they added like
the
being
ability
able
to purchase it,
to purchase the stuff, because then people were looking for vanities and stuff like that. But now, last few times I got on, I don't see anybody in the custom show anymore or doing anything.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of the whole custom show in general is kind of just a joke.
It is a little bit wacky. That's a little bit wacky. When will the shitbox Etsy stamp coming up for sale? I want to stamp my documents with the trigger stamp. Dude, I have a trigger signature that I put on all of the all of our shirts. It's on the car, on every car. It's real small, and only only like the really detailed fans are gonna find it. But it's on all of the shirts. And that's the trigger signature. I gotta make a stamp though, so I can send letters to fans if people do people do that? Stamp. Trigger.
Yeah, dude, you gotta get like a wax stamp, dude. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Seal the envelope with a wax stamp that just says trigger.
Nice, dude. Yeah, that'd be sick.
That'd be hilarious. I still need to make the content creator switch. I'm actually gonna make a physical switch. I'm not even joking. I'm gonna make a physical switch that you guys can get. It's content creator switch. You turn it on, and whatever is going wrong in your game, this makes it go away. You want no traffic? Hit the content creator switch. Just hit the I did it last night on stream, dude. I just went under my desk and flipped the switch, and you watched it. The traffic just disappeared.
No traffic, dude.
So I gotta start getting those. I gotta start making those. I haven't even tried to make it. I gotta source all the parts.
Yeah, dude. It's gonna be a huge hit.
Yeah. Worthy says I still can't get the motor sounds amplifier. Motor sounds amplifier. What is that? Is he talking about like a specific
maybe it's like
engine
noise? Maybe. I'm not too sure.
Bowser wants to know how to get a good score on the escape feats. It's so hard. This escape is pretty hard. Even with the route that I took, which is not super easy, is it doesn't give you like 157,000 points. It's like 140 something. So like I would have to be even better to try to get to 150. So I don't know. To be honest with you, Bowser, I just say just keep practicing it. Like just keep doing it. Like look at the route that I did on the video and just keep practicing it until you get it. Crisscross says, bro, I can't get vanities for some reason. What does that mean? You can't purchase vanities at all? Like it doesn't let you purchase them? Is it because you don't have the CCs for it, or is it like there's some sort of bug that happens? Because that's interesting to me. I don't know why. DS Awesome says you have to get 8 likes on PlayStation to be platinum now. It used to be like 5. Yeah, it's only, I think honestly it's like 4. You only got to get 4 on PC.
Yeah, it depends. I
think you can get 3 too sometimes.
I got platinum this last week, but the week before that I got gold, and I had 5 likes, and I didn't get platinum.
Oh really? 5 likes with no platinum? Was it like a really busy week, you think?
No idea. It was like the first one I didn't get platinum in.
The winner on PC is always in the 20s, like low 20s. It'll be 21, 23. It's very rarely above that. Audio signature, you turn on the switch and then you'll hear Trigger say, "Let's go, baby." And then all the traffic is gone. Yes, Zodiac, that's what I'm going to try to make. Yeah, Bowser, sorry, man. I wish I had better advice for you, but honestly, for this one, it's going to take just a little bit of practice. It's really, the key to this is just dodging the traffic and keeping the speed as high as possible. If you notice in my run, look at my run. If you notice, I'm at 300 miles per hour on the freeway basically the whole time. So even with the traffic. So And Paula says, how do you make those blue credits? Wait, what blue credits? Oh, he's talking to G72.
Oh, the CC?
The CC, yeah.
The CC.
You have to purchase.
That's a actual real money paid currency.
Yes.
There's a couple, you can get them, you can get like a small amount of them from like challenges through the playlist. But other
very
than that,
small.
It's a paid currency in the game.
Yep. I would really like them to have a vanity store that instead of giving it like these prestige tickets, instead of using those on Summit rewards, I would rather just have vanities. Like a whole store of all the vanities. I would like to collect the vanities, and I would like a way to earn them. I think that would be more impactful for me personally than the whole prestige Summit thing.
Yeah, the vanities is their money though. It's how they're continuing to make money on the game.
Is it though? Because they're charging for Chase Squad, and I think they're gonna charge a lot. They haven't released the price, but after doing some digging on some older stuff and how long and the timeline of this Chase Squad, I would not be surprised if Chase Squad was $40.
Did it say was Chase Squad free for the Ultimate Edition?
It says gold and Ultimate and whatever the two highest ones, gold and Ultimate or whatever. It says it was free, but they did not clarify if you bought that edition now it's free, or if you bought it from the beginning you get it free. They didn't clarify that.
I feel like it's still the same edition of the game, right?
Yes.
So it should still be.
But
free.
didn't. But the reason why I'm not sure on that is because if you think about it this way, as a purchaser of the game, you got sold a gold edition for the perks that came with that, which was the year one pass. Okay, and then all of the content in the game, and then all of the free shit that came with it throughout the year. That's what you got sold, that package. Now they're adding on something new, different, and they could retroactively say, okay, gold members can get this, but all they're doing is saying now that amount of money, which was I think I spent $100 in the game, or $70, $80, I can't remember, but whatever, let's call it $100. That $100 that you spent on the game now includes more stuff that they had to develop. So like that $100 is now less and less value to them. I just don't see that. I don't see where they would do that.
But I still own the gold or Ultimate Edition. You get what I'm saying? They can't just be like, this is going to be free for this edition, but only if you bought it from this date past or whatever. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
it's
look
like,
at this.
I still own it.
Look at this in chat. IVT did confirm year one premium edition owners of Motorfest will not get Chase Squad and will have to fork up cash for it. This is what I was saying, because you paid for the gold edition was basically a discount on year one pass. That's all it was. It was that plus like a couple of pre-order goodies, right? So that's what you paid for. Now they're doing year two. So now if you want the year two pass, you have to pay for it.
I'm gonna have to see how they are wording this, or they're gonna hear from my lawyer. No,
I have to get a lawyer in here, man. All I'm saying is this. I don't think the game is as successful as they thought it would be because they've completely changed their monetization strategy now. The original strategy as of the Crew 2 and then the first year of the Crew 1 was release the game, put out all this free content, monetize it with vanities. That was the whole strategy. And it's been like that for a long time. Now the Crew 2 had an extra monetization feature, which was the motor passes. Okay, so that's different. But the motor passes weren't necessarily the content. The motor passes were a collection of cars and vanities and other things, clothing or whatever, stuff that you could earn that supplemented the game, right? It was just something on top of the content, but the content was free. So that's where this is really interesting, because now they're monetizing the content itself. And they're kind of hiding it under the year 2 pass. Like, oh, you get the year 2 pass, and then you get Chase Squad for free. Like, no, bitch. You're making me pay for the content. It's fine. I'm okay with them charging for it. I'm just worried about what it's going to be. I think it's going to be $40, dude.
That's insane for a single playlist.
But it's not just a playlist, bro. It's two playlists. It's a new map. It's free content for the entire year. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but you already have the new map. You're paying for the playlist.
I just want them to be more clear about it. I would be completely fine if they wanted to charge me $40, but they said for $40 you get all the year 2 content. You get the new map, you get the chase squad, you get the Japan 2 playlist, you get all of these new cars. What is it, like 22 new cars or 21 new cars, whatever. You get all these 20 new cars for the year. You get all this stuff. You get all of these things throughout the entire year. All of the year 2 content, it's $40. I'm okay with that because A, Call of Duty, and B, Destiny. And people do that. It's just how this works. You pay for the content.
Destiny tax is insane.
Dude, Destiny tax is wild, bro. It's free to play, but is it?
It's a free to play game, dude, but you gotta spend like $300 to get the year content.
Yep.
To get a year of content is like $300.
It's wild, bullshit, bro. Hey, but it's so fire though. It's so good.
It's good. It's good, but Destiny is wild, bro, with their pricing.
It is wild. It's super wild. But anyway, my point is this. I would be okay with it because I think $40 is worth an entire year of content. We paid what, $80 for this first year. $40 for an expansion. Totally okay with that. I would pay it. I know other people won't be. They're like, we want free stuff. But it just indicates to me that the vanities are not selling. Like, dude, even me, a content creator, you know what happens? Every week we look at the vanities. I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. $2 for that, $1 for that, $7 for that. That's wild. $4 for that. It's not. And then I go, oh man, I'm gonna have to buy that. And guess what happens? I never fucking buy it.
You never buy it.
You know why? Because I spend almost no time putting vanities on my car.
Yeah, true.
Except for the custom show. Also, I would go broke if I bought everything every week. So I can't do that. The point is, I don't think people are buying it. And I think they had to make a change for year 2. Or this was always the plan. Who knows? And maybe this stuff was already built. Maybe this second island was already built before the game even launched. That could be true as well. And this was the plan the entire time. Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows, man?
Who knows, bro?
I don't know. Like, I'm okay with paying the $40.
I'm okay with paying the $40 for the whole year.
But I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah. IBC is gonna start charging players 50 cents per mile they drive. That's pretty good. No. All right, so pretty much the same amount of content like the first year pass, but a bonus playlist. Well, we got a few playlists in year 1 as well. So yeah, pretty much cold fries. The thing is, the chase squad introduces a new mechanic. So it's a new, let's call it a game mode, even though it's not really a mode, but it introduces a new mechanic to the game. And for that, they are trying to get paid for it. Again, I don't have a problem with it, but it's just I'm considering it's going to be $40. That's my guess right now. I don't know for a fact. I keep saying that, but, and please don't take this as like confirmation that it's $40. I don't even know what price it is.
Everybody's posting everywhere. Trigger leaked. It's $40.
Yeah. I don't even know. They haven't, even the early access stuff that I have seen, it's not even in there. So I have no idea. I really don't know. But this is what I'm guessing.
That's your guess, though? You're guessing it'll be about $40?
Yeah, I think so. Which, to be honest, is wild, bro.
It's insane.
It's pretty wild. Crazy, for what they want you to buy, like the things that are included in the year 2 pass is kind of wild.
Yeah. How much was the year 1 pass?
40.
The year 1 was 40?
If you bought it separately, it was 40. But if you paid for it with like you gold edition or whatever, I think it was like $20 more.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, if year 1 pass was 40, then yeah, this one's probably going to be the same then.
Right. But the year 1 pass had 26 cars in it. And this one only has 21, I think, or 20.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. You know what's bullshit about the year 1 pass anyway? The year one pass was such a such a rip off, bro. It was such a rip off.
Yes, it really was.
All it did would give you 7 days early access to the car when it was available, and they just drip fed the cars over the course of the year. It was such a rip off. That's all you got.
Well, you didn't have to you didn't have to buy the car in the game though, right? They just gave it to you for free.
Sure, but like,
it's huge, bro. It's huge.
What? Like, you could just get the bucks. The bucks are so cheap, dude.
Yeah.
The cars are like anywhere from what, 200,000 to like $1 million.
Yeah.
I have $72 million. Like, it wasn't a big deal. It was a ripoff. But I bought that edition for the early access. I didn't buy it for the year 2 pass. I bought it for the early access. So it was all right.
He said, is the Chase Squad playlist in the year 2 pass with the cars? I thought it was going to be a separate thing to buy.
No, it's the same.
It's the same.
It's all part of this.
It's okay. So it is all part of it. So you get the Chase Squad and the year 2 pass.
Yes, technically, you're buying the year 2 pass and you're getting the Chase Squad as like a bonus.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Hope the Chase Squad at least includes the pursuit style weapons like in the TC1, calling all units. I didn't play TC1 BSD.
Yeah, me neither.
I do know the answer to this question and I can't answer it because NDA. The early access stuff that I did play was interesting. Can't say much about it again, but it is interesting. You know, that's part of this weird gift and a curse of being a content creator who has early access to things. Because I get interested genuinely on what the next thing is, but then I can't talk about it, and that sucks.
Yeah, and they're like, here, check this out, and they're like, don't say a word about it.
They're not fucking saying anything. We're gonna come to your house and punch you in your head when you're sleeping, bro. I don't know. I don't want to. Yeah, I can't talk about it, but I'm regardless of playing or not, I think I would still be excited for the new island and the new year and the new season. I'm just excited. I'm more excited to see, because there's not really any announcements of any new PvP stuff, so I'm hoping that maybe that's just kind of hidden and maybe it's there, but we just haven't seen it or talked about it yet. But I don't know.
Send the dono G72. Send it, dude.
Blue Mellow says in Canada, year 2 passes price is set to $39.99, but since the year 1 pass in Canada was $49.99, I don't think that's accurate. Wait, Blue Mellow, where do you see that?
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm on the website now. I want to see. Let's see if I can find it. The year 2 deep dive. New playlist, new open world chases. And that's not all. On top of the Chase Squad experience and its 7 exclusive vehicles, the year 2 pass also brings 13 additional premium vehicles. Premium vehicles, bro.
Yo, the year 2 pass is on Ubisoft Connect with a price.
No way. Let's get on it.
Yep.
What is the price right now?
$29.99.
There you go. I was wrong. $29.99 official. It's right there on Ubisoft Connect.
$30.
Boom.
Coming soon. I can't buy it yet. I can add it to my wish list.
They only show 1, 2, 3, 4 of the new cars. You guys want to hear what the new cars are? At least the 4, if you haven't seen it already. The BMW M5 CS, which is kind of a pretty clean looking car, not gonna lie. 1989 R32.
Yeah, GTR.
Mach-E, Mustang Mach-E, which can fuck all the way off.
There's a picture of all 4 of those on the Ubisoft Connect.
Nice. And then the Maserati MC20 Cielo. And And then of course you get the images of the chase squad vehicles, which you can tell like one's a Charger, one's a Corvette, one's a like a 959 looking car. I can't see the other ones. They're in the back there. Oh, there's a... Is this an Asus? Looks like an Asus. It is. Yeah, so then there's like an Asus. Oh, it shows it here. What is that? Oh, dude, what is this one? Look at this one. Look at this chase squad vehicle. I'm putting it on the screen right now. Oh, not that one. It's oh, it's an RS6. There's an RS6 chase vehicle. There's a Mustang. There's a Asus hypercar looking one. There's like a weird this is an Asus car, but it's like looks like a muscle car. And then the Porsche. I don't know. The Porsche is not a 959. It's something else.
Yeah.
Anyway. Whatever, dude. Death Star says just bring present cars to the Crew 2 and some graphics updates, and bam, you got a remastered Legend. The Crew 2 is definitely chock full of content. We do need a pod racing stream. Oh yes, that is a great reminder. Captain Caveman says, when's the pod racing coming? So I'm gonna finish Most Wanted, and I might do some pod racing on an upcoming like silly, we're gonna call it like a silly stream. I can't this week, but I want to the following weekend. I'll do like a silly stream. Christo Speed, what's going on, man? How are you? $30 for a playlist and 36 cars is fine, to be honest. Yeah, Blue Mellow, I don't know, man. I don't know if I agree with you on that or not. I think it's kind of, considering that they really haven't charged for content like throughout the Crew 2's life cycle, and for the first year they didn't charge for any content. They only charge for early access to vehicles and vanities, and it's kind of tough, man. It's a little bit of a shift in their monetization strategy, and it kind of worries me because it opens the doors for other things. Like if this, obviously this is going to sell, people are going to buy this, they're going to be excited about the island, they're going to want to do the new thing, which is the chase playlist, which by the way, I will have a full rundown of the chase squad video that will go live the second that this is live. I'll have that video, provided that they come through with early access like they did last time, so you guys will be able to tell right away whether or not it's worth buying. Yeah, but along with the chase squad, there comes a lot of different things that I can't talk about, but I'm excited to show you guys for sure. Various mechanics. Streamer mode. I'm over here on the website. It's like streamer mode. What is this? Oh, this is just, this has been up since they, it's been up since they launched. Anyway. Driver says, I kept screaming at my TV, use the speed breaker. Oh, when I kept crashing in Most Wanted. I'm going to go back to that. If you guys want to see the next playthrough, it'll be Monday. Also, we'll have some videos coming for you. If you didn't catch that and you don't want to watch the whole 5-hour stream, we'll have some videos coming for you so you can, like, you know, get the highlights. But Most Wanted 05 was great. So far it's been good, and I plan to finish the game up, doing it on Mondays, 5 hours at a time. I think now that I understand the gameplay loop, I'll be able to get through it a little bit faster. So Death Star says, is Need for Speed Heat any good? I love Need for Speed Heat. I love it. I think it's got good gameplay, really good chasing. Like, the cops are, in the beginning they're tough. If you've never played it before, you're gonna have a hard time with the cops in the beginning. But yeah, I think Heat's great. I like the mechanics. I like the driving mechanics on Heat better than anything else I've played. I know for a fact I'm missing chats, guys. I'm like stuck in my own thoughts. So if there's anything that I didn't see or didn't catch, or if you have a question still, just keep putting it in there until I see it.
Some random dude TLDR'd your stream. Trigger got butt hurt. He didn't win Sonny's golf after 30 minutes of racing.
Dude, okay, let's just hold on. Just real quick. It took me, the 30 minutes was on the first race of Sonny's golf. Literally the first blacklist person, number 15. And it took me 30 minutes to get past the first race. That was ridiculous, bro.
Yep.
And then I didn't even get the pink slip for the car.
Rip.
It's a big rip, dude. That's a big rip. You know what else is a big rip? I ran out of drink.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah, I need to get a drink.
Do you have a drink?
Yeah, they're in the mini fridge that's like right there. Man. I just have to grab one.
For it, dude.
So you got to tell them a story or something, and then when I get back, it's story time.
Yeah, take your time. All right, chat. It's now our time again. If you were here last night, we tried to rob the moon when he was gone, but he came back too fast. So we gotta come up with a plan. How are we gonna? Yes, yes, Zodiac. How are we gonna steal the moon? How? God damn, he's too fast, bro. Every time. Tell the story about the time Trigger went to Diddy's party. No.
All right. Did you tell a story already?
We were trying to come up with some plans here, but yet again you were too fast.
Well, I'm telling you, the mini fridge is right there, man. It's real close.
Well, I guess that's our fault then.
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. I put hot peppers on my pizza and jalapenos and like that and the red sauce and the fact that I'm really old. It's just
got some heartburn going.
Yeah, it's not heartburn, but I just threw up a little bit.
Get this man some Tums.
Dude, heartburn is a problem. It's not really a problem for me, but it's a problem. No, when you do have it, it's like, fuck.
Yeah, when you do get it, it's terrible.
It's the worst, bro. Coke and vomit. Good. Anyways.
Trump wants to know about the time you went to a Diddy party.
Well, first we gotta say goodbye to Chemical. Chemical, take it easy, man.
Yeah, Chemical,
have a good day tomorrow. Man.
Thanks for stopping by as always.
Definitely. Hold on. What does Crystal Speed say? Back off, ladies. He's taken. Yeah, I mean, I'm just out here just racking up phone numbers with my vomiting in my own mouth. Stern reminder for Trigger: copyright music on the cutscenes must be off while streaming next time. Actually, we did not get a copyright infringement on the stream, so whatever I did to turn the music off, that worked, because whatever the music we got on the bosses was not copyright.
Nice.
So it's good. I didn't put pineapple on my pizza. No, but not for any reason other than the fact that like this particular pizza is really good with pepperoni, and I had a side of jalapenos because I was sharing it with my son. So I didn't put any pineapples on there. When is the best playlist to get Leslie Parks for playing?
Legendary parts.
Oh, legendary parts.
He means.
Yeah, he's probably talking about legendary parts. So Francisco, I have a guide on the channel that talks about legendary parts, and it breaks it down between like each discipline, and planes is in there. The whole section about how to get parts and planes. Just go there. There's a timestamp in the description. You can go straight to it. So I would do that. Do you think they're gonna add the new Ferrari SUV? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. You never know.
It's cool. I'm cool with that if they did.
Yeah. Constantly adding new cars and stuff, so it's a possibility.
Most Wanted is 19 years old. Besides the boss, licensed music plays for like 30 seconds max. Yeah, but I mean, if you play like a Buddy Holly song on your YouTube channel, it's gonna get demonetized. Like somebody still owns the rights to the song. YouTube doesn't give a shit how old it is.
Okay.
Also, the licensed music, if it plays for 2 seconds, YouTube will demonetize the whole stream. Or make you share the monetization with the person who owns the copyright for those 2 seconds.
Yes, awesome. Thank you for stopping by.
Yes, awesome. Take it easy, man.
To read his goodbye message.
While I'm out going to bed, think about how big your deck is to mine. The whole deck thing's gonna be a thing for a while, I think.
Yeah, dude, you shouldn't have told everybody about your deck.
I keep messing with my mustache because it's too long and I didn't cut it yet.
Yeah, I know. I need to shave bad.
Yours is really crazy. You look like
my beard is insane right now, dude.
You know that cat on Fievel Goes West is like
nope.
You don't know Fievel? All right.
Nope.
Just another way I dated myself. You gotta watch that. It's a great kids movie.
I believe it.
Tiger. His name is Tiger. He's a cat. Anyways, all right, story time. So I originally was going to stream on this Saturday. I was gonna do Most Wanted on Saturday, starting on Saturday, and we decided this week, after I said that on stream, we decided that we were going to do potty training. And I don't know why. I don't really know what possessed us to attempt this strategy, but
you got tired of peeing your pants.
Yes, and my diapers always ended up getting full whenever I was streaming. So
you decided you should potty train.
Yes, I did. It's about time. I feel like at 37, you're not gonna shit your pants your entire life. 37 years is long enough. I feel like.
Right.
So, anyways, we decided to potty train my son. Victor's like, what? We decided to try to potty train my son, and the strategy we took, I heard about this strategy through, when did I hear about this? Okay, Stacy mentioned it to me, and the strategy, let me just tell you guys, is you leave the kid naked for 3 days. That's the strategy. A kid that doesn't know what they're doing, they've been pissing and shitting in their pants their entire life.
Right.
You just let them out of the pen.
Just let them go, dude. Just
let
naked.
Let it go.
Naked.
For 3 days. And during those 3 days, every time they start to go to the bathroom or whatever, you just take them to the bathroom and you show them, like, this is where you go. And over those 3 days, the idea is that the kid starts to associate, like, okay, when this happens, this feeling that I get, I go on the potty. All right.
Right.
Simple enough, right? A friend of mine did this with his kid, and it worked perfectly. At the end of day 2, they were going to the potty, and it was working. And then day 3, they put like training pants on, and it was like no problems, no accidents. And so after hearing about it, I can't remember where, I think Stacy told me, after hearing about it and then hearing this story, my friend,
confirmation from a friend,
exactly, I was like, fuck it, let's try it, right? So we tried it this weekend. So all weekend I wasn't streaming because I was literally one step behind my kid wherever he was going, to make sure that if he decided to take a shit on the floor, I could get him and put him on the toilet before he actually dumped.
How'd that work out?
Not good at all, bro. Not good at all. He took some fucking lethal shits on my floor, bro. Like, I'm talking the size. It was insane. It didn't work at all.
Oh my god.
This method,
not at all?
Not at all, bro.
Didn't work?
3 days didn't work. Not at all. He could give 2 shits. God. He actually did give 2 shits about not doing it. He doesn't care. He is a wild, like, typical boy. He's just wild. And so he could not care less about pissing on the floor, shitting on the floor at all. He was just like, I'm peeing, and just peeing on the rug or the floor, whatever. He didn't care. Even
just doesn't care either.
Not
when you're
at all.
Explaining it to him.
Nope.
You're like telling him, like, dude, you gotta do that over here. He's like,
doesn't care.
Good, dude.
He doesn't care. I'm like, man, you got to go here. And we even introduced like toys, like rewards. It was like, if you start to feel this, let's go to the potty. If you go in the potty, we'll give you a reward. We give you a toy. We got him like a bunch of these dollar toys at the dollar store, right? So we gave him all these like little reptiles and whatever like he likes, and he could not give. And dude, zero fucks this kid gives about going to the bathroom on the toilet. He does not care.
Do you have a like a potty training like potty for him?
We do have one of those as well.
What if you just, every time you guys had to go to the restroom,
sat on the little one?
You take him in and make him. When you're going to the restroom, he's going to the restroom on his, or like, so that way maybe he'll start associating like, okay, like you're going in here and doing this, and then you're making me sit on this, and then like, maybe that might help that. Yeah,
it may be. I think the issue is that he just wasn't ready yet, because he just doesn't care. Like, it's not that he's not, dude, the kid knows the difference between a Carnotaurus, a T-Rex, a Gigantosaurus, and a Spino. He knows the difference. Right. If he wanted to learn or wanted to get on the potty, he could. He's very smart, but he does not give a fuck. He doesn't care. Yeah. He will just piss on the ground. Yeah, you just got to figure out a way to like install in his mind, like, you can't do that. Like, exactly. You have to go here and do this. And see, that's where it is like this very fine line between like, you can't do this, making it sort of like a thing that he might get in trouble for, and like then he associates that negativity for the potty, and so it's really fine line of like fucking him up for a while. So we just like, it's fine. We're just like, yeah, it's good. He's not ready. We're gonna just chill on it. We'll go to like training pants and we'll try to encourage it. But if he's not gonna do it, he's not gonna do it. But the 3-day boot camp was really not even for him, dude. It was for me, and it was for us. We were fucking, I'm not even joking, it was the most stressful 3 days I've had in a long time, because it was just like this, I'm not even joking, this is the anticipation of like an hour and a half anticipation of him having to go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, is he gonna go? 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 He's gonna go. And then he goes, he's like, fuck, he's going. Let's take him to the bathroom. And we put him on there, and then he's already went, and he doesn't care at all. And then he's just back to playing, and we're like, damn. Yeah, it was exhausting. So that's why I wasn't streaming on Saturday, because I was picking, well, actually Stacy did most of the cleaning part, but I was taking my child to the potty every time he peed on my floor. So you got FBI in the chat. I know. He's wondering what the hell we're talking about. Anyways, that's my story. That was my story for the weekend. It was exhausting. I was so tired. Mentally, it was drained. It was a weird thing, man. Super weird. It's a crazy weekend. If I could be real about it for just a moment, it's a great. It's kind of funny, but to be real about it, man, I felt like such a failure at the end of the weekend. It was weird. It was a weird feeling. Like, I felt like I was not doing a good enough job to make him understand that this is where you go. Right. And I think the reality is he really just isn't ready. So like that feeling went away after a while. But on Sunday night, like, we sat down and we're just like, what the fuck was that? It was wild. Anyways, that's my story time. It's pretty interesting. Why does story time always come back around to piss or literal shit or food? Yeah. This is just, the best stories. Piss, shit, or food. Anyways, Luke Conroy says, what's this about expandable? Luke, there's an article on the Crew Motorfest website that says that the new website is going to have new tech. So the plume effects of smoke will be new. The road banking will also be new. And then it's going to have an evolving island. So it says that it's not just a static map. There's going to be something changing about it. It's going to evolve in some way. My guess is volcano, and that would be cool, because the volcano is smoking in the pictures. Yeah. I'm thinking volcano, but I don't know.
I'm
that's the
driving
thing.
my car into a volcano.
I 100% am so mad that there's no lava in the first island's volcano. I want to see.
Better be lava in
There
this
better
one,
be, dude. If there's no lava, I swear to God, we're gonna
like,
make a petition.
Doing like ancient rituals just to make it rain. You drive like 5 cars into the volcano. Starts a thunderstorm.
That'd be great.
No,
that'd be great. I don't get the reference, but that'd be great.
You know, they used to be like a thing. They would do like sacrifices to the volcano to like try to make it like rain and stuff.
Imagine if we have to do that.
That'd be funny.
Drive through Dr. Evil's secret volcano lair. That'd be great.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, another thing. I get so many, just this Coke, raising this Coke up and seeing it on camera just made me think about how I so badly want a Coke sponsorship. And I got
over Barks.
Well, Coke owns Barks, so yeah, the whole thing.
Huge.
So I've been thinking about it, and I got an email from someone that was like, hey, we're Coca-Cola, we'd like to do a collaboration, we'll do an integrated ad. They said all the things that everybody wants to say. Yeah. And then I figure out it comes from, I just looked at the email, and the email came from like leslie.johannesson59923@gmail.com. I was like, fuck you. Like, this is not a real thing. You got my hopes up, man.
Yeah, that's tough.
I get all those all the time. I get so many fake emails. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But anyway, if there's anyone from Coke listening, or if any of you viewers actually get a job at Coke, then send the messages high up. I need to get like someone's email that I can just shoot them an email like, hey man.
Yeah, dude.
I love Barks.
I love Barks, bro. Come on. Let's make something happen.
Let's do it. You might be the last person Coke would want to sponsor with. This is true. This is true. I just spent like 15 minutes talking about my baby shitting on the floor. They're not gonna go for that, I don't think.
No, that's like Barks root beer energy. You know?
I feel like it is.
Yeah, like
it's got bite.
That's the way it goes. Yeah, Barks got the bite.
It's got bite.
BSD is banned.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of you, BSD. Sorry.
Mug is way better than Barks. You are absurd. You are wrong.
Wrong. Well, first of all, just wrong.
First, yeah. Just start at the top of the list. You're wrong.
It's a whole list. What else is on the list? Columbia Coke partnership? Well, not that type of Coke driver. FBI, you still here? Get this guy. Yeah, Dr. Pepper is cool too. You know what? Just because this came to mind right now, what the fuck is up with people recommending Dr. Pepper when you ask for root beer and they're like, we don't have any, but we do have Dr. Pepper. What the fuck? This is not the same shit.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
But also, I will take a Dr. Pepper if you don't have a root beer.
Yeah, for real. Well, but it's a weird recommendation.
But dude, what the fuck
you have root beer? No, we don't have root beer, but we got Dr. Pepper. It's like it's not the same at all.
But also, I'll take one. I'll take
yeah, thank you. Thank you. That'll work. All right, actually, they might be on to something.
It just like the sheer number of people that ask for root beer and they say they don't have any, and then they just automatically also order Dr. Pepper. They're just trying to skip the step, and we're like, don't do that. These are not the same thing. But also, please give it to me.
But also, yes, I do want that Dr. Pepper if you don't have root beer.
Oh man. Crisscross says we need more tunnels in Motorfest. Is that that's what's missing, Crisscross? You want tunnels?
It's honestly what's killing the game for me.
What's killing the game for me is when you change the sound, when you change the exhaust, and then it doesn't change the sound of the engine. When you put a legendary exhaust on the car, it doesn't actually make it legendary.
It's really what killed the game.
It doesn't make it legendary, and I feel like that's killing the game right now.
It's insane.
All right, so that was, because that's like an inside joke. We can't really inside joke on the podcast. The context to that is that someone left a comment like that on, was it Alex Seven's video about test drive, saying that that's what killed the game, was the exhaust sounds. When you upgrade the exhaust, it doesn't sound the same. It doesn't sound upgraded.
That was the reasoning there.
That's why TDUSC is failing, for sure.
Yeah, what actually killed the game is that upgrading your exhaust doesn't change the sound. It's like, oh my god, dude,
right,
what are you talking about?
People are on some wild things right now. Dustin says, which type of root beer do you like better, Barks or A&W? Barks, like hands down. Dustin is now banned.
A&W is good too.
Yeah, but it's not better than Mug. It's not better than Mug though.
Not better than Mug?
No. No, it's not. A&W is way too creamy. You might as well just get like a craft root beer from like BJ's or whatever.
That shit's fire though.
It's pretty good. But it's not. It's pretty good, but it's not what I'm to me, it's a totally different drink because it's not what I'm looking for when I'm thinking root beer. Right? It's too creamy. It's too like feels very crafty. And this, I don't want that. I want like that. I want that Barks bite, bro. I want that. Yes, like super cold, aggressive root beer, bro. Yes, that root beer that you take a drink and then you look at it, you're like, all right, put that down.
Yeah.
Anyway, Barks is number 1 for me. If I had to rate root beers, it would be Mug for number 2, and then what are the other root bears? You got Barks, you got Mug.
Barks, Mug, A&W. I think there's like the main ones. IBC. To me, IBC is like a different thing. It's root beer, but it's like it's fancy root beer.
Yeah, it's like it's movie night root beer. It's when you get like you get some popcorn, you get some IBC. Everybody's sitting down as a family. We didn't do that ever. I'm pretending that my family was a family. We never did that, but I can imagine one of my more well-off friends that was doing that. I think they did that.
Probably.
But IBC is very expensive, so it's kind of like it's a different beer, a different root beer.
Beer is better than root beer. Depends.
That depends.
Have you ever had the alcoholic root beer? There's this brand that I used to get. It was called like Not Your Father's Root Beer or something like that.
I feel like yes, but I don't remember.
Good. It literally just tasted like a good root beer, but it had alcohol in it.
Dustin D, what killed Solar Crown was the poor flawed choice of forcing online MMO only with bad server connection stability and not offline. Dustin, just to maybe go into this just a tiny bit, it's not that they designed it as an always online MMO. I don't think that's what killed it. What killed it is designing it like that and it just didn't work. That's what killed it. Like, there is no online to the game. You have to be online to play it, but the whole game is a solo experience. There is no multiplayer experience in what do you call it? Test drive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You had a really good take actually on test drive, like the theory of test drive, like why it's not good for literally any of the players.
Yeah. So my theory on it was basically like, I guess not a theory, just what I was saying. It was basically like the core fan base of test drive, they expected a specific type of game. They expected whatever. I didn't play the old game, so I don't know exactly what it was, but all the lifestyle stuff, the houses, the garages, the shops, all these different weird missions and things like that. So the whole fan base that was pumped for this new test drive was expecting this test drive game.
Right.
And then what happened was they delivered a game that was...
They made a racing game.
They made a racing game. They made a competitive racing game.
Yep.
It was not at all test drive.
No.
So what ended up happening was they lost a lot of their core fan base.
Yes.
But then at the same time, everybody that was looking for a competitive racing game isn't going to be playing this game because it doesn't work right. It doesn't work. Like the servers don't work. You can't actually get into ranked races. Yeah. There's no way to actually race competitive in the game because it's broken.
Yep.
So not only do they lose their core fan base from it not being a game they want, but now they lost any new fan base that's looking for this style of game because it doesn't work.
Yep.
It's really just like put them in like a shitty situation.
Yeah, they killed it for literally everybody that wants to play it. Rhino the Raccoon, how are you doing, man?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Let me ask you, Rhino, what'd you think of the summit last night? I'm just curious. I haven't like watched anybody's runs or anything, but I'm just curious because amazing but shit cars. Yeah, agreed. I thought the races were good, but the cars were such a pain to use.
Cars are so bad,
yeah. Actually, the R34 racing car wasn't bad. That one seemed fine, but man, that RX-8 was just god awful. Absolutely god awful. Oh, you thought the 300 was the worst? Man, dude, that Mazda was just pain for me. But I feel you. The 300 wasn't the greatest either. Impala says, I've been grinding on the Crew too, as I find it easier than transferring the cars to Motorfest. A bunch of my cars on TC2 have vanished. They're on Motorfest, but not on TC2. That's weird. You like the Mazda because direct mode. Because direct mode.
Be what it is. It's not on direct mode. That car is cheeks, bro.
God awful. CDUSC has not custom body parts and engine swap. Yeah, they don't have any of that, Dustin.
Yeah, there's none of that going on.
You guys need. It's a fun game. It's the driving game. It's not a. It's also not. You don't customize things. You buy it stock and you leave it there. Because windshield wipers.
That's true. Windshield wipers, blinkers,
windshield wipers.
Gotta use your blinkers, dude.
Roll down your window.
I've been playing a lot of test drive though. I've been having fun with it, even though it's not what the game is supposed to be or whatever. Like none of the multiplayer features really work. I've been enjoying it. I've been having fun. I actually like the handling model and stuff of the game.
Yep,
it's been fun.
Yep. Yeah, dude, Rhino. Yeah, I fully expect us to get an island every year. Now that we've seen that this is sort of the strategy, I expect it to be another island next year as well. Because to me, this is sort of a plan. Like everything with Motorfest has felt very structured and planned. Very like sort of cookie cutter. Like it's very just like new playlist, summit every week, new playlist. So the only thing honestly that they did outside the box with this game is they added the steering settings. That was literally the only thing. Can you think of one other thing that they did that like you could obviously tell this wasn't planned?
No.
I think it was direct mode and the steering settings. That's it.
Yeah.
Everything else was like right according to their plan, and they're all on the way. Also, Rhino, did you hear that? I mean, this is just hearsay from people in chat saying they saw it from Sidwatch, so I don't know how true this is, but did you hear that they are not giving year one, like gold edition people, the chase squad stuff? You have to pay for it. Everyone has to buy it. Unless you buy the gold edition of the game, like this year. Then you get it, apparently. That's fair to say. That's fair to say. At least from the point of TC2, IVT doesn't really disappoint with the updates. They just continuously put out updates, and it's the only franchise besides Forza Horizon that continues to update the game. It's fair. Yeah. Alex, thank you. Appreciate that. I have a few of them left. I think I have 3 left. 3 black ones. Or 2. Not sure.
You don't think IVT are listening to the player base? I think they are. I think they're just, I don't know. I don't know, actually.
I don't think they are. I don't think they are.
You don't think so at all?
No, not at all. I think they have a set plan in motion, and that's what they're doing. The thing is, how long have we been talking about PvP? Like, literally 6 months in, we're going, Grand Races can't be the only PvP. We've been talking about this for 6 months, and there's been no addition. Nothing. Not even like a, hey, we're going to do ranked Grand Races. Like, just something different. Even if they just kept the same mode and just built on top of it. They didn't even do that. They didn't even do that.
Yeah. I don't know. The, what do you call it? The whole, like, ranked mode and everything, like, I don't know. It'd be dope if they added it. I just don't know how they would add it, you know?
Yeah. I don't know how they would either.
We talked about it a bunch before where, like, it's not as easy just like adding in the mode. Like, there's a whole lot of like back and stuff that's got to go into it to try to keep track of points and everything else.
Yeah. So
I feel like that's part of why we never got it.
Yeah. G72 says add a live battle like we had in the Crew 2. The problem is it didn't work in the Crew 2. That's a big issue. The Crew 2's PvP was completely dead. Like, getting matches or getting into games, you have to wait 5-10 minutes for something. It just doesn't make sense. So they listen, but get most of their player base from TCC Discord. But also this plan they have has been in the works for years. So to add something completely new is very time consuming, which I totally understand. I totally understand. However, the game needs it. The game needs a new PvP option. Grand Racing is, it's just so, it was cool, and now there's nothing new, and it's just boring again. So I don't know. I wish they would do something new with it. I wish they would. I'm not down on the game at all. It's still going to be the main game for the channel right now. I don't anticipate that changing until maybe a new Need for Speed comes out. But it's just, I don't know. I just feel like it needs something. It needs something to bring more life into the game. I know that year 2, the new island, all that stuff's going to bring players back. It's going to get new players in the game for sure. But it's going to be short-lived. I'm telling you right now. It'll be like the first month or 2, and then it'll be right back to where we are right now, which is Grand Racing and summits every week. So I just think I wanted something. I really want something new. I want it to work. I think that's part of the reason why Test Drive was so hyped. Because honestly, no one, if we're being really honest, no one had any reason to be hyped about Test Drive. There was nothing that was giving us any good signs about the game. And true. Yet, people were freaking hyped to play that game and get in at the beginning.
Yeah. Crazy.
I don't know. And I think it's just a sign of the times. Forza Horizon is boring and the same like cookie cutter stuff. The Crew Motorfest is basically in that same boat with a slightly different variation of that, but in the same kind of similar thing. Need for Speed is, slowly kind of, I don't know, I feel like Unbound is like slowly getting closer and closer to this Volume 9 release, and then we kind of don't really know what's going to happen after that, but it kind of feels like they're ready to shift games or whatever. And then, what else is out there? You got TDUSC, you got CarX, which CarX is fine. They're getting little updates here and there, but it's not real. There's a lot of cheating going on in CarX, so there's not really a competitive scene there. So I don't know. And it's also only available on PCs. We don't even have console versions of that yet. That would probably be the next big thing, I think, for the arcade racing scene, is when CarX goes console. I think that's going to be a big moment for the arcade racing scene.
I think like the more casual community, casual racing community or whatever is no longer still playing CarX. I feel like the CarX player base right now is like, like the CarX Drift player base.
Yeah, I agree with
that
you.
makes sense. It's like the people that have always just been playing CarX.
Yes.
They're now. It's still just that community playing.
Yes,
I mean,
agree.
obviously, there's probably more people in it, but like I feel like the majority, like the huge crowd that was there when it launched, I feel like it fallen off.
It has fallen off a little. If you look at like Steam charts or something like that, it did fall off a little bit, but not as much as you might think. But mostly because it takes a while to get through all the playlists. I mean the clubs. So I don't know. What did Chris Cross say? Does anyone think the emotes cost is super high and they're whack for that? Or is it just me? Are you talking about emotes or are you talking about vanities? If it's vanities, I agree with you. Vanities are very expensive.
Vanities are expensive. I cannot tell you the price of the emotes.
When I was over at Criterion, they asked they were asking us some questions about monetization and what the community is like finds acceptable and what they don't. And I don't know how we got on the topic of this subject, but they asked me about MOTORFEST, I think. They're like, MOTORFEST, they charge for vanities and stuff like that. And I said, yeah, you can get like a single, like one underglow. Like, it'd be like kind of a crazy design or whatever, but it's like, one underglow, and they may charge you like up to $7 for it. And they literally almost fell out of their chair. Like, $7? What? And I'm like, don't be so loud about it. Someone from EA might hear you and do this. We don't need to.
Yeah, nobody wants that. Nobody's buying that.
$7 for an underglow is crazy. It's crazy. Anyways, Grand Racing needs to be an option to not be online only register. How would...
I don't understand what you mean by
Bowser,
that.
I don't know how you do a Grand Race without being online. Because it is just, 28 match-made players. Anyway, what else? Dustin D says, how long did crew communities were asking for offline before and after Crew 1 shutdown? I don't know how long, but I think because of the Crew 1 shutdown, it caused everybody to sort of get into, like, they got all up in arms about it. And they really pushed the issue, and so I think IBT wanted to provide that for the Crew 2 and MOTORFEST. For the Crew 2, it makes sense to me. I think it makes sense for the Crew 2 because the only thing that's really connected online is the summit, and I think they can still register your scores without having to have you be online always. They may just need you to connect online in order to play the summit, but the rest of the game will be accessible offline. Like, that to me makes sense. MOTORFEST, on the other hand, is mostly Grand Racing and summits. Like, if you're playing everything else now, it's because you just bought the game, maybe. So offline is kind of weird, in my opinion, for MOTORFEST, and I don't think we'll see it for a long time. Probably years from now. But it's cool that they committed to it.
Rhino said he sent you something on Discord because it was a bit too long for YouTube.
Let me read this real quick while you're looking at chat.
Yes. Some random dude said he hates when you make CarX videos because he can't play the game on console. He desperately wants to try the game. Yeah, hopefully it comes out soon on console because the game is fun. It's a really cool game.
Yeah, it is. It is. They talked about it being ready possibly by the end of the year. I have a feeling it's probably going to get pushed back a little bit from that, but yeah. So Rhino, just because the comment was just too long for a YouTube a YouTube chat, but he basically was making a suggestion on how they could add PvP to the game without like really changing a lot of things. And the idea is basically instant challenges like TDU has, but it also sends, when you do that, when you instant challenge somebody, it also sends an invite to the entire server, and anyone who wants to join can jump in, and it's like a shorter race, like 2 to 5 minutes, you know, just like a playlist race, like an instant playlist race. I think that'd be cool. They don't have to design any new routes. It doesn't have to be like a random AI generated path like it is in TDU. It could just be like an invite to a race, like, hey, do you want to race? Let's do it. And then it randomly picks a playlist race and you go for it.
Yeah,
I think that'd be fun. It's a nice way to freshen up the PvP. It is also a way to get people to actually free roam a little bit more. Like, I would drive around looking for people to just race.
Yeah.
You know? So it's not a terrible idea. Yeah, Rhino, I hear you. For sure. It makes sense. It's a good idea. Driver says Ubisoft CEO is pushing for the future of games not to be owned by the players.
Yeah.
There's going to be some pretty heavy lawsuits with this.
I saw a meme actually yesterday where it was like on one, it was like columns, and then each column, like on one side was like a face, and it was slowly like putting clown makeup on.
Okay.
On the right side, it was like a ton of like statements from Ubisoft or like about Ubisoft on the other side.
Right.
Like all kinds of craziness. And I was like, oh my goodness. I forgot I was going to screenshot it and save it to you. Ubisoft's been in a lot of hot water recently.
Yes.
Like
a lot.
All over the book. Like all over the place.
A lot.
Yeah. Regarding all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
I was like, Jesus, dude. What are you guys doing?
Yeah. Imagine the drift and drag mode like Need for Speed Underground 1 with the Motorfest builds. That would be an awesome offline or online experience. That'd be cool. It'd be neat, drift and drag, but that's kind of a Need for Speed thing. I don't see it coming to Motorfest, to be honest. Christo Speed, take it easy, man. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it.
See you later.
Next week's sum is going to be tougher, like performing Gymkhana for bonus points for drift cars. Yeah, the Gymkhana bonus is whack.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like that modifier, to be honest with you.
Yeah, me neither.
It's not my favorite. Anyways, we hit the 2-hour mark. Let's wrap it up. Let's call it a night for the podcast. I really do appreciate everyone in the podcast chat. It's a huge win for us every week because we got to sit here and just talk about nothing. And yeah, I really do appreciate it. So thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
We will catch you on the next one. We'll have a Most Wanted stream on Monday at 9. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.